All right, we're back. We're reading Almost Odis by me, Dusty Thompson. Please buy your copy on Amazon and follow along. For those who are following along, we're on page 71. The blog dated Sunday, January 1st, 2012. Grace Under Fire. While visiting for the holidays, my sister Chantel asked while reading my niece's Vogue, "Did you know that Coco Chanel was a real person?" Me? Yes, didn't you? The dad said, "Isn't that Ice-T's wife?" I said, "Who? Chanel?" The dad, "Yeah, his wife's name's Coco." Chantel, "Mr. T's wife is Coco Chanel?" Me, "What? No. He said Ice-T and that's wrong. She may be named Coco." Ew. "And she may be female." Her. "But those are the only things she has in common with Chanel, you can be sure." I would have said more, but I'm afraid of Ice-T and what may happen if he ever reads this blog or watches this video. Excited about the visibility of my blog or video, but very, very afraid. So, your wife is lovely, Ice-T. Please don't come beat me up. Chantel said, "Who's Ice-T?" The dad said, "He's on one of them shows with all the letters, CSI, NCIS. Me, Law and Order SVU, and in my head, who are these people? To understand my frustration, you have to know I am downright persnickety about my trivia. I know scads of things which matter not to most people. I'm a trivia nut, and there are numerous tomes and board games in my home sitting unused as my family has tired of my triumphs. And that's not true because all the games I gave away because nobody will play trivia with me. It couldn't have been my victory dance and chant all 5 verses, could it? Surely not. I know a mastery of trivial facts does not make me smarter than anyone. Yes, it does. But I do enjoy being informed on a number of subjects, both intellectual and pedestrian. I'm bougie, y'all. I like regular stuff too. Full disclosure, it's mostly pedestrian. I have read Foucault's Madness and Civilization, but only the first 32 pages, for real. French deconstructionist philosophy is exhausting. It's like hanging out with a drag queen for 3 hours. No, thank you. My trivial knowledge does not make me a great It does make me a great 6 degrees of Kevin Baconer. I realize this game is considered passé, but I like it and will revel in my uncoolness. My sister, in her attempt to malign my trivial character, double dog dared me to link the most obscure movie star she could think of, Tyra Banks, who is not a movie star, but whatever, to Kevin Bacon through 6 movies or less. Challenge accepted, dear sibling. Tyra Banks was in Life Size with Lindsay Lohan, who was in Mean Girls with Tina Fey, who was in Date Night with Mark Wahlberg, who was in Boogie Nights with Philip Seymour Hoffman, who was in State and Maine with Sarah Jessica Parker, and that movie is terrible. Who was in Footloose with Kevin Bacon. And that's without using my old standby of Dan Aykroyd was in The Blues Brothers with John Belushi, who was in Animal House with Kevin Bacon. Dan Aykroyd has been in a bunch of movies, y'all, like for real. The reason I bring this up is I have a great memory and quick recall, and I know many in my immediate family do not. For example, my sister gets Chevy Chase and Bill Murray confused. Yes, you read that correctly. I don't know why, but she does. And the dad's frames of reference are boxing, football, Barney Miller, and hee-haw. But my conundrum is I just don't know what I'm supposed to do when the dad gets dates and facts wrong when he tells a story. Now, those of you who know me knows part of my charm is I'm honest to a fault. At least I hope you find it charming, because I'm not going to be any way different. I don't know how to be anything but. So I'm very direct in my conversations with the dad and all of those in my circle, be it work or play. But I don't know if he's misremembering due to his age, he's only 70, or his need to reinterpret the past. And it's constant, like he works for Fox News or something. And if you just got your feelings hurt, good. And I find myself trying to catch his mistakes, like some intrepid reporter. It's almost become a contest for how many times I can correct him. Is this some latent rage at our past relationships or lack thereof? Or am I just being ticky? Which is a word my family apparently coined because anytime I use it, people question what it means. Ticky is, well, ticky. Persnickety. Ask everybody in my family, they can tell you what it is. What if I'm just a run-of-the-mill butthole? Could be. And if I am, it is hereditary, and can I blame him? And if it's not my being obnoxious, do I just let the inaccuracies slide? Even if he's using them to malign someone's character or call into question someone's motives? I just don't know what to do. The only thing I know is whenever I correct him, he gets his feelings hurt and withdraws physically from me unless we are eating. Nothing will keep him from his groceries. I have taken the tack of saying, "Are you sure that's right? I remember," and then tell either the version of the story I have heard my entire life, or I restate the facts as I remember them if I bore witness or participated, willingly or otherwise. Sometimes it's harmless, like the year he had his picture taken on a bike from E.T. at a mall somewhere. It is the most hilarious picture. I swear, y'all, that is the funniest thing I have ever seen. My dad on a BMX with a fake E.T. and a basket on the front. It is a hoot. He swears it happened in 1977 in Louisiana. E.T. wasn't released until 1982, so I know his version is not true. Other times he talks about car wrecks I supposedly had which never took place in locations I have never been and vehicles I have never owned or driven. Doing all manner of things my little Southern Baptist mama's boy heart couldn't possibly have done out of the all-consuming fear of being cast into the lake of fire, y'all, for real. I never did anything wrong until I was in my mid-20s, and even then it was only 1 year and I was ridiculous. But you'll learn about all that when you read my third book that I'm writing right now. During the coronavirus, I'm being productive. So I sit here unsure of what to do. Do I let the lies fly, or do I swat them all down like so many poorly designed paper airplanes? Do I conduct a brief cost-benefit analysis before I speak, or do I just do damage control after the fact? Since we're expected to do New Year's resolutions, should I just take the high road and let him tell his version of the story? Even if he skews everything negatively and uses those retellings to cast dispersions on loved ones' characters? What if I agree with his take on their character, but for reasons other than those misrepresented? Do I agree to keep the peace, or just say, "oh," or "uh-huh," and hurt his feelings because he thinks I'm belittling him? Mind you, he didn't quite say those words. What he actually said was, "Oh, am I not important enough for you to talk to me? Would it help if I used bigger words? Got 4 hours of college, you know." Also, should I refrain from comments about his hygiene and general demeanor? Should I not have said, "we could grow corn in your underwear," when he asked if I wanted to garden in the backyard? Am I hateful? Don't answer that. Is the latent aggression not so latent? I went to 6 months of anger management therapy 2 years ago to find the root of my hostility, and it seemed to boil down to mi padre. I'm angry in Spanish, y'all. And even if he didn't treat me very well growing up, shouldn't I just get over it already? Yes. Shouldn't I just pull up my Incredible Hulk underoos and deal with it? You know it's bad when you get on your own nerves, and I do quite frequently. So there you have it. I resolved to be a better person in 2012, to be more graceful in the biblical sense of grace, as I am fleet of foot per the witnesses to my dancing skills last night at the Presbyterian singles dance. I don't think God was mad at me for 1, dancing, or 2, with Presbyterians. I'm sure he didn't like it when I silently judged the one girl who was wearing mismatched animal prints and whipping her hair with more dedication than was warranted at a church function during Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer. These people are heathens, can I just tell you? But I have asked forgiveness and have resolved to be less judgmental this year. And all God's children said, Amen. Thank you. We'll see you next time.